Welcome, loyal viewers, to another electrifying installment from TV Day's Drama Digest. The sleepy yet scandal-ridden town of Salem, the beating heart of Days of Our Lives, is once again teetering on the edge of chaos. Today, we dive deep into a storyline so explosive it threatens to unravel the very fabric of the Kiriakis family and send shockwaves through the entire community. Picture this. Steve "Patch" Johnson, the rugged, no-nonsense private investigator with a heart of gold, stumbles upon a secret so dark, so damning, that it could destroy the charming yet dangerously deceptive Alex Kiriakis. What happens when Steve confronts Alex, exposing a criminal past that has been meticulously buried under layers of Kiriakis' wealth and influence? Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild, emotional, and utterly dramatic ride. For those who've been glued to their screens, you know that Days of Our Lives thrives on secrets, betrayals, and jaw-dropping revelations. But this latest twist? It's a game-changer. Alex, the suave playboy with a smile that could melt hearts and a reputation for leaving a trail of broken ones, has been hiding a criminal record that could ruin everything. And who's at the center of this cover-up? None other than Justin Kiriakis, the patriarch pulling every string to keep his family's name untarnished. But Steve, a man who's never backed down from a fight, is ready to blow the lid off this scandal. Will he protect his daughter, Stephanie, from Alex's dangerous allure? Will the truth about Alex's past lead to tragedy? Let's unravel this tangled web of lies and explore how this confrontation could reshape Salem forever. The shocking discovery. Steve's world turned upside down. It all began on a seemingly ordinary day in Salem, where secrets lurk behind every corner and no one is ever truly what they seem. Steve Johnson, known for his gritty determination and unyielding loyalty to his family, was digging into a case that initially seemed unrelated to the Kiriakis clan. Perhaps it was a routine investigation for Black Patch, his private investigation firm, or maybe it was a favor for a friend. Whatever the reason, Steve's instincts led him to a bombshell that left even this seasoned investigator reeling. Hidden in a dusty file, buried under layers of legal jargon and Kiriakis' influence, was evidence of Alex's criminal past. Not just a youthful indiscretion or a slap-on-the-wrist misdemeanor, but a record so serious it could paint Alex as a danger to everyone around him. Forgery, fraud, perhaps even something more sinister, whispers of a crime that could have cost someone their life. The details were murky, but the implications were crystal clear. Alex Kiriakis, the golden boy of Salem's elite, was not the man he pretended to be. Steve's heart sank as he processed the information. As a father, his first thought was of Stephanie, his beloved daughter, who had recently been swept up in Alex's charm. The thought of her being anywhere near a man with such a shadowy history sent a chill down his spine. Steve's mind raced with questions. How had this been kept under wraps for so long? What was Justin Kiriakis' role in this cover-up? And most importantly, what was Alex capable of if pushed to the edge? The Kiriakis cover-up. Justin's desperate damage control entered Justin Kiriakis, the silver-tongued lawyer and patriarch who has spent decades polishing the Kiriakis' name to a gleaming shine. When whispers of Alex's past began to surface, Justin was quick to dismiss them as childish mistakes and foolish errors of youth. His smooth assurances and practiced smiles were enough to placate most of Salem's curious residents, but Steve wasn't buying it. To him, Justin's deflections reeked of the classic Kiriakis playbook: deny, deflect, and bury the truth under a mountain of money and influence. But this wasn't just about protecting the family name. Justin's actions suggested a deeper fear. Perhaps that Alex's past wasn't just a youthful indiscretion, but a ticking time bomb that could destroy everything the Kiriakis family had built. Was Justin protecting his son out of love, or was he shielding the family empire from collapse? The stakes were higher than ever, and Steve knew he couldn't let Justin's charm offensive stand in the way of the truth. As Steve dug deeper, he uncovered a pattern of cover-ups orchestrated by Justin. Legal documents mysteriously vanished, witnesses suddenly changed their stories, and law enforcement officials who once pursued Alex's case were now suspiciously silent. It was clear that the Kiriakis machine had been working overtime to erase Alex's past, but Steve was determined to shine a light on the truth, no matter the cost. The confrontation, a clash of titans. The stage was set for a confrontation that would go down in days of our lives' history. Picture the scene. A dimly lit bar on the outskirts of Salem, where the air is thick with tension and the weight of unspoken truths. Steve, his eyes burning with righteous fury, stands across from Alex, whose usual swagger is tinged with unease. The bar is nearly empty, save for a few patrons who sense the storm brewing and keep their distance. This isn't just a conversation, it's a showdown that could change the course of both men's lives. "Alex," Steve begins, his voice low but laced with steel, "I know who you really are. I know what you've done." The words hang in the air like a guillotine, ready to sever Alex's carefully constructed facade. Alex's charming smile falters, and for a moment, the playboy's mask slips, revealing a flicker of fear. But he recovers quickly, leaning back in his chair with a practiced nonchalance. "You don't know anything, Patch," he replies, his tone dripping with arrogance. "Just another old man chasing ghosts." But Steve isn't here to play games. He slams a folder onto the table, its contents spilling out like Pandora's box. "Forgery. Fraud. Maybe worse," Steve says, his voice rising with each word. "You think you can waltz into Salem, charm my daughter, and pretend this never happened? You're a danger, Alex, and I'm not letting you anywhere near Stephanie." The bar falls silent as Alex's composure cracks. His eyes dart to the folder, then back to Steve, calculating his next move. Does he deny everything as Justin has trained him to do? Or does he lash out, revealing the darker side that Steve suspects lurks beneath the surface? The tension is palpable, and every word, every gesture, feels like it could ignite the powder keg that is Alex's past. The stakes, a threat to Stephanie and Salem. At the heart of this confrontation lies Steve's fierce love for his daughter, Stephanie. She's no stranger to Salem's drama, but her recent entanglement with Alex has Steve on edge. Alex's charm, his wealth, his undeniable charisma, they're all weapons in his arsenal, and Stephanie has fallen under his spell. But Steve knows that beneath the polished exterior lies a man capable of destruction. If Alex's past includes crimes as serious as the evidence suggests, could Stephanie be in real danger? The possibility of tragedy looms large. What if Alex's past isn't just a collection of mistakes, but a pattern of behavior that could lead to someone's death? The thought is chilling, and Steve's protective instincts kick into overdrive. He's seen too many lives destroyed by secrets in Salem, and he's not about to let his daughter become another casualty of the Kiriakis family's machinations. But the stakes extend beyond Stephanie. If Alex's past is exposed, it could tear apart the Kiriakis empire. Justin's carefully constructed facade would crumble, leaving the family vulnerable to public scrutiny and legal repercussions. Other players in Salem, Brady, Sonny, even Victor's old allies, could be dragged into the fallout, creating a domino effect of chaos. And what about Alex himself? Would exposure push him to desperate measures, unleashing the dangerous side that Steve fears? The fallout. A town on the brink. As Steve and Alex's confrontation reaches its climax, the ripple effects begin to spread through Salem. Word of the scandal leaks, as it always does in this tight-knit town, and soon everyone from the Brady pub to the DiMera mansion is buzzing with speculation. Is Alex a criminal mastermind or a misunderstood soul? Is Steve a hero exposing the truth or a meddling father overstepping his bounds? The lines are blurred and loyalties are tested as Salem's residents take sides. For Stephanie, the revelation is a gut punch. She's torn between her feelings for Alex and her trust in her father. Does she confront Alex herself, demanding answers, or does she turn to Steve for guidance? Her heart tells her one thing: but the evidence is hard to ignore. The emotional turmoil is palpable, and Stephanie's journey to uncover the truth about the man she thought she knew will be a heart-wrenching arc in this unfolding drama. Meanwhile, Justin scrambles to contain the damage. He calls in every favor, pulls every string, but the cracks in the Kiriakis facade are growing wider. Old enemies seize the opportunity to exploit the family's weakness, and even allies begin to question Justin's leadership. The once unshakable Kiriakis dynasty teeters on the edge of collapse, and Justin must decide whether to protect his son or sacrifice him to save the family's legacy. The moral dilemma: justice or redemption? At its core, this storyline forces us to grapple with profound questions about justice, redemption, and the nature of truth. Is Alex a villain who deserves to be exposed, or is he a man who has paid for his past and is trying to rebuild his life? Steve's quest for the truth is driven by love and duty, but at what cost? If he pushes too hard, he risks alienating Stephanie and igniting a war with the Kiriakis family. But if he backs down, he may be allowing a dangerous man to roam free in Salem. For Alex, the confrontation is a moment of reckoning. Does he double down on his lies, or does he come clean, risking everything he's built in Salem? His charm and cunning have carried him far, but they may not be enough to outrun his past. And what of Justin? His desperate attempts to protect his son raise questions about loyalty and morality. Is he a father fighting for his child, or a man blinded by ambition and pride? The future: what lies ahead for Salem? As we wait with bated breath for this storyline to unfold, one thing is certain: Salem will never be the same. The confrontation between Steve and Alex is more than a clash of personalities. It's a battle for the soul of the town. Will Steve's pursuit of justice protect his daughter and expose a dangerous truth, or will it unleash a chain of events that leads to tragedy? Will Alex's past catch up with him, or will he slip through the cracks once again, leaving chaos in his wake? The beauty of Days of Our Lives lies in its ability to keep us guessing, and this storyline is no exception. Every episode brings new twists, new betrayals, and new revelations that keep us glued to our screens. As the drama unfolds, we'll be watching to see how Steve navigates this dangerous path, how Stephanie grapples with her heart and her head, and how the Kiriakis family fights to survive the storm. Conclusion: a drama for the ages, dear readers. This is why we love Days of Our Lives. It's not just a soap opera, it's a saga of passion, betrayal, and redemption that mirrors the complexities of the human heart. The confrontation between Steve and Alex is poised to be one of the most unforgettable moments in Salem's history, a clash that will reverberate through the town and leave no one untouched. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and join us as we watch this electrifying drama unfold. What will happen when the truth comes to light? Will love triumph, or will secrets destroy everything in their path? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: in Salem, the drama never stops. Thank you for joining us at TV Days Drama Digest. Stay tuned for more updates and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Will Steve save Stephanie from Alex's dangerous past, or will the Kiriakis family's influence prevail once again? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.